Hi, this is Kevin Deal from Upscale Audio, and today we're going to talk about feeling good. We're going to think about the days back when I had long hair down to the middle of my back, blonde flowing locks, playing music, turning up the doors with cute girls, and just having a time of it. And this is a Marantz 2600. And back when I was 18, I started working at a stereo store, and I just wanted one of these so bad, but damn, that wasn't gonna happen. I ended up with like a 2215B because I still wanted those blue lights, didn't care that much. I know there was stuff that probably sounded better, like a Nico receiver. Those were actually sounded better, but I wanted the blue lights. Now, this 2600, it actually sounds pretty good, but back then, we had a lot of fun with hi-fi. And we can still have fun today. But back then, we didn't have to worry so much about stuff. Seems like today you have to be always thinking about what you say, and if I say the wrong thing, then I'm just gonna offend somebody, and then I have to let them go to a safe place, and then I have to bring them a hot cup of cocoa, and it's like, man, back then, if you said something that was kind of stupid, we didn't worry about it. We just said, oh, well, people say stupid shit. I certainly do. Now, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about Klipsch. This is the Klipsch Forte 3. This is what fun is all about. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Klipsch speakers are a little bit bright. And I don't know where that comes from. Well, I'll tell you where it comes from. Because they're a very, very dynamic speaker. Dynamics is the difference between light and dark and loud and soft. And Paul Klipsch was a believer, and rightly so, I might say, in dynamic range and in high efficiency, because it can take music and just kind of blow it up and expand it. And it is absolutely true. You take a rock and roll recording that sounds a little bit flat on a lot of other speakers and play it on Klipsch, and it just breathes life into them. But then some people say, yeah, but they're bright. That is absolutely not true. Klipsch has started using a lot of new materials in their speaker designs. And if anything, the Forte 3, as well as the La Scala, they err on the side of being just a little bit relaxed. So they have a slightly warm presentation. So they work beautifully with tubes, but they also work great with solid state. This speaker is 99 dB efficient. That means it only takes about 1 watt of power to just blow your mind and fill a room with music. You can't use more than maybe 5 watts, maybe 10 watts, but I doubt you could even do that. So whether or not you have a 5-watt amplifier or a 500-watt amplifier, this speaker is going to work terrific. Now, I'm going to say something to you. I think that some speaker manufacturers have been getting kind of greedy, especially some of the bigger companies, and it's been pissing me off. And I've been making little statements to them about the way that they're raising prices so much, like especially in the last few years, like 25%, and for no apparent reason. Klipsch has not done that. I looked at what they charged for Klipsch horns back in the 60s, and what they charged for, I decided to use an inflation calculator, and I got to hand it to these guys for not overcharging the public just because they see everybody else doing it. And that's the problem that I see in audio today. So let's take a look inside. Badass. This is what I'm talking about. They wanted to create a speaker that had fabulous bottom end without being a really big box. So for those of you that don't have a ton of real estate, but you want something that's going to have big sound and have a big presentation, this might be your answer. It's got a 12-inch woofer, and on the back, there's a 15-inch passive radiator. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Then you have a horn mid-range and a horn tweeter. And I'm going to say one more thing. These do not sound like horns the way people think about horns. They have a very open presentation. If you position them, the speaker absolutely disappears. I was just listening to this speaker. I was listening to Roger Waters, Amused to Death, and I'm telling you, I could not believe how well they imaged. but you have to use some care and setup. I don't give a shit how much money you spend in my store. If you don't position the speakers right, it's not going to sound good. We have a setup CD we're going to supply you with. I have acoustics experts here. We will help you, and we are happy to help you. So, very open mid-range, does not sound like a horn. Top end is relaxed presentation, airs on the side of actually being just a smidge soft. I don't want to call it soft, but it's a relaxed top end. So it is not bitey at all. Comes in real wood veneers and cabinets that are made in the United States. This is distressed oak. It comes in American cherry, a beautiful walnut, and black ash. The good news is it comes in all those finishes. The bad news is it takes 8 weeks to get them, and that annoyed the hell out of me. And I didn't want, look, I don't want you guys to wait for stuff. I'm not going to have you say, okay, Kev, I want to get the Forte 3s, and then tell you it's 8 weeks. I mean, that's like a buzzkill. So what I decided to do with these, as well as the Scalas, as well as everything, is we're just stocking them in every color. Because when you decide you want something, you don't want to wait for it. I mean, what's fun about that? So look, give us a call, go to our website, call us, come into our beautiful 10,000 square foot store. I will show you how you can take this speaker and just a reasonably priced integrated amp and create something that is just going to rock your world. You don't need to spend a gajillion dollars. Don't let these guys, any more money than that is all about ego. Don't get into that shit. You can create something musical for a reasonable price. It is absolutely true, and we will help you with that. I will treat your system like it's mine, like it's my own money I'm spending. I promise you, and everybody else here will do the same thing. Thanks.